Bogart scot-free in every sense of the word. I keep my hands clean, sanitized. I've been analyzing streets, found a way. Now I try to find his feet. Moutier, the lifestyle blinding me. Gotta be an angle here. It's all geometry. It was all a dream. Like the late great notorious, the road less traveled, the road less glorious.
The abyss of these bubblegate bitches. Still I rise in the midst of demons, blocking views and pictures. On the slide of future menus, looks bright on the new venues. Pressed it on wax, watch the saga continue. Lessons, the fact, it's all something we've been through. But when pain's no longer holding pain, that's just something I don't do. Ventilation's a healthy process to a regimen focused with lit views. Don't fall for traps, don't be confused, don't let them get you.
What's up? What's up? What's up? Welcome in. Welcome in. It is hump day. A little bit of SuperDraft today. We're going to be also talking about some, well, obviously we talk about basketball every single day, but we're going to be talking a little hockey later on because that game I think is on at what? That's a late game, right?
It's 9. I think it's 9 o'clock Eastern.
So we're going to do that, and we're also going to talk. I mean, so tomorrow golf starts for SuperDraft Pro. So early morning golf.
Yep. So get to talk about 3 sports again.
Mm-hmm. You got it. You got it.
Just a typical Wednesday evening.
So if this is your first time here, I'm JC Money. This is Coach Craig. This is JC Money and Coach Craig Sports Show. And we're going to get into it. We're going to talk a little bit from last night, and then we'll get right into tonight's slate. And
let's try to fly by.
SuperDraft Pro is terrible. Fucking super blowout.
Oh. Yeah, well, everybody on the 76ers sucked besides Joel Embiid, so you'll have that. I still cast the Elite contest barely, but the rest of it wasn't too good. Like, honestly, the best plays yesterday were Daniel Tyson, Aaron Nesmith.
Yeah. I mean, fuck, it was terrible.
At least Horford sucked, and like a lot of people were playing Horford, but still.
What's up, everyone? Welcome in, everybody. Welcome.
But Marcus Smart, you're pretty disappointed too because he got hurt, and he's obviously not playing tonight now. But in terms of yesterday, we got some studs. We got Jason Tatum. He got to 70 points after the multiplier. We got CJ McCollum, got to just over 70 points after the multiplier too. He's a guy I talked about, and it's like, oh, he's playing better on the Pelicans than I thought he would. But yeah, Evan Mobley was good. He got 74.25 after the multiplier. We got Buddy Hield that got to 75.18 after the multiplier. Buddy Hield, somebody to look at once again. He's playing massive minutes with the Pacers. He's taking as many shots as he can take because everybody else on the team sucks. It's pretty bad when Buddy Hield's one of your best players, but that's what it is right now.
Oh, they must still be streaming over on Hustler's channel.
Okay.
Because I got his Twitch is trying to go too, but it'll switch over to his and then it'll log back out of his and then into mine. It's funny. But what's up, Ronald? Appreciate you watching both streams. That's pretty dope. And David, always appreciate you being here, brother.
Yeah. In terms of the duds, we go back to that SuperDraft Pro contest. We had Tobias Harris, who was terrible yesterday. He played 28 minutes, so he got 21.78 points after the multiplier. Anthony Edwards was pretty bad, but he got injured last night. He's still listed as questionable to play tonight. Assume that he's not going to play, especially since his knee's already hurt, and then he hurt his ankle too. So, it is what it is with him. Joel Embiid, like if he plays normal minutes, he's fine, but just because the rest of his team sucked, then his score looks worse in terms of duds. Luka only got to 45 yesterday, so that kind of hurt. I played a decent amount of Luka and Joel Embiid, so.
It happens, though. It happens. These blowouts happen. I mean, the crazy thing too is we thought that Minnesota game was going to be insane amount of points scored, and it definitely wasn't.
Well, they had to go to overtime, just hit the over barely, because I think it only had 216 in regulation.
The Minnesota game was supposed to hit 244.
Yeah. How much did it end up hitting? Because I think it got there after overtime, but they were like 216 in regulation. I guess you lose.
The points, but I saw Beverly did pretty well.
Yeah, Beverly did pretty well. Russell did well. Cat did well. Oh. McDaniels came out of nowhere. He was one of the dart throws there. I don't remember why I didn't put his total down, but he had 1.85 multiplier. He had like almost 40 points before that, so he was way up there. Maxi Kleber came off the bench and played like 34, 36 minutes or something last night. He got 45 points before the multiplier, 78.75 after the multiplier. Tyus Jones, that might be the best game of his career. Like, we were talking about him. And we're talking about him. It's like, well, he might get like 27 points or something. He got 44.25 at 2x multiplier. 88.5. If Ja Morant's out once again tonight, he's going to look pretty good. But yeah, he made a lot. He's not a guy that shoots the ball a lot. He's a guy that passes the ball mainly, but he made like 11 shots last night too. So that definitely helped him out. Don't expect it to be that big a number if Ja Morant's out once again tonight. And that really came at the expense of Desmond Bane, which I know a lot of people were on yesterday.
Yeah.
And then
you got off him though. I got off him.
Yeah, then we had Steven Adams just get a bunch of rebounds again at 1.7, so he got to 70 after the multiplier.
He's my dude. He's been playing really well the last 3 games.
He's gonna fall off though. Like
maybe he's trying to make a run for the All-Star game. He's like, I need to make it in. Get me in real quick.
It's too late for that, but
I
know. And Brandon Clark played really well off the bench behind him too. He played like 22 minutes and had 26 points or something like that too. So yeah.
Maxey was terrible last night, we know.
He wasn't good, but he's the second best player on the 76ers.
What does that say?
Which ain't saying much. So
oh shit.
A turd sandwich is still a turd sandwich.
Yep. It doesn't matter what you want.
Yeah, we're gonna have to talk about a lot of injuries for sure though tonight. But in terms of the guards that we do have in play, we got DeJounte Murray at 1.05. It's DeJounte Murray. You don't really need to say too much there. He does a little bit of everything. If that game's competitive, he's gonna look pretty good. DeMar DeRozan has scored 35 real life points in 6 straight games, which no other player at the age of 32 or older has ever done in NBA history. If he scores 35 again tonight, he beats the streak that Michael Jordan had when he was younger, obviously. But that's a pretty big deal for DeMar DeRozan tonight. 1.1 still looks pretty good. His multiplier did drop just a little bit, but he's the main thing on the Bulls. And like, you just watch him play. This dude's like on another level this year. And it's just like, how the heck, when you're like 32, 33 years old, are you just having like this crazy good year? Just weird, but it is what it is. Chris Paul, if you like revenge games, this is another revenge game for him on back-to-back nights. 1.15. Got some upside there, but also playing against the Houston Rockets, they could be a blowout. So there is that chance too. Donovan Mitchell 1.15. He offers some upside, but he might not get there. The going against the Lakers, LeBron might not end up playing tonight. We'll see what that game ends up looking like by the time we get there. That is the last game on the entire night. Tyrese Haliburton 1.2. Obviously the best player left on the Pacers team at this point in time. Still looking pretty good at 1.2. Still going to play monster minutes. He's going to be doing a little bit of everything for them once again tonight. De'Aaron Fox mainly been scoring the ball. If we could just get his assist numbers up, if this game's not a blowout or anything like that, he's still probably going to look pretty good at 1.25. D'Angelo Russell, obviously, if Anthony Edwards does not end up playing, he looks pretty good at 1.3 or at 1.3. Yep. Anthony Simons, if the Blazers are doing well tonight, Anthony Simons is going to look good at 1.35. If they're not doing well, he's probably not going to be a guy you want in your lineup. Like, there's not too much there with that. Gary Trent looks decent at 1.4 if Fred VanVleet ends up missing, which talk about a little bit earlier. He was not participating in shoot around, so it's kind of expected that he won't play tonight. So Gary Trent's probably going to get some extra shots. If he makes those shots, he's going to look pretty good. Josh Giddey 1.45. At one point in time, they said they only want to play him 30 minutes till the All-Star break. That's kind of gone out the window the last 2 games. He played 32 and 39 the past 2 games. So don't expect anything changing with that. Ty Jerome's not playing tonight, so the backup point guard, I guess they could play Teo Maledon more minutes, but Josh Giddey's
still out, right?
Yeah, Lou Dort's out. It's just is Giddey and Baisley tonight once again. Like, there's nobody else.
Oh, then why would you not want to play Baisley? They're gonna get blown out.
They could. I mean, Baisley's been really good lately, so it's just like at some point it's gonna fall off. But
yeah. I mean, same thing with Stevens, but I'm still gonna play him.
Yeah, I still have a decent amount of Baisley, but I just don't want to like be so much over the field like on tonight's play where there's 11 game slate, because if it just goes wrong, it just goes wrong. Let's see. Then we were at Josh Hart. Josh Hart's at 1.5. Played really well the last time out. A guy that can do a little bit of everything. He's not a terrible play by any means. Not a guy that I'm going out of my way to get, but he should be in a couple lineups if you're playing multiple lineups. Same thing with Justice Winslow, 1.55. Played a lot of minutes. Played very well since he's been on the Trailblazers. Can't really go wrong there. Buddy Hield, obviously, we've seen what he did last night. He's going to take a bunch of shots. If they go in, he's going to look really good and be a guy that you want in your lineup. If it's like 2 games ago where he shoots 1 for 13 from the 3, you're probably not going to be happy. But that's probably not going to happen too often.
I like that call. We talking about it earlier, and I definitely think I like that call.
Yeah.
Then
Then we had Derek White at 1.55, so he's going to be starting at point, or he should be starting at point guard, unless they're just weird and start Peyton Pritchard for some reason. So obviously with no Marcus Smart out there, he's going to look a lot better than he would otherwise. So it's kind of weird. Like we might knock him because of the last game, but last game was a blowout. Marcus Smart got hurt in the middle of it, so then it kind of went back and forth. Seth Curry, somebody I do like once again at 1.6. He's probably the best player on the Nets that's actively playing in the game tonight. I know there's Patty Mills is there, but he's kind of just the better version of Patty Mills at this point in time. So I don't have a problem playing Seth Curry. I got him in quite a few of my lineups. I got him in FanDuel and DraftKings too, because he's got a very nice price tag over there. Kobe White at 1.65. That's just too high of a multiplier for what he's been doing lately. So he's definitely in play once again. In terms of dart throws, we got Devin Vassell 1.75. He did not have a very good game the last time out. Lonnie Walker kind of went off in that game, but Devin Vassell in that starting lineup, he's going to pay off more times than not, but there's going to be some bad games in there as well. So probably not a guy you're taking a chance on a big slate like tonight, though. But if you want to be a little bit different, you want to go after a guy that's not going to have much ownership at all, Devin Vassell could be a guy. Evan Fournier, Quentin Grimes, you can throw them in the same bucket. Both for the Knicks, both going to be shooting 3-pointers. If they go in, they're going to look pretty good. They're both going to play a lot of minutes. And then we got Tyus Jones, who's a 2 multiplier. If John Morant misses once again, he's going to look like a pretty decent play. Obviously, it's 11 game slate, so he can still be outscored by quite a few guys, but pretty interesting overall. If he does what he did last night, you'd be very happy, but I don't expect it to be quite that good. Bruce Brown. Then we have Bruce Brown down there at 2 as well. He had the 60-point game last time, but he had like 8 steals and blocks in that game, so that's probably not going to happen once again. But in the starting lineup, playing some big minutes, if you really want to take a chance on a guy, you could take a chance on Bruce Brown if you really want to. Let's see what David said. Fournier, Boucher, DeRozan, Tatum, Jackson Jr. I think you're missing a couple of players there, David.
2, 4, 5. He needs 3 forwards, 3 guards, and a center. So you need 2 more guys.
Yep. And I think he's just missing the 2 guards, because you got Fournier and like all the other guys are forwards or centers essentially.
Well, DeRozan's both, so
yeah, technically, yeah. Boucher's kind of that risk tonight. I don't know if he starts, he looks a lot better. If Achua starts, he looks okay. If Kem Birch starts, he looks terrible.
Throw Halliburton in there.
Yeah. Let's see. So then we get down to the forwards. You got LeBron James at 1. If he ends up playing, he's questionable at this point in time. Anthony Davis 1.05. He looks good at normal. If LeBron doesn't play, then obviously Anthony Davis looks pretty good. But so he said Field and Wiggins. So Aaron Wiggins, just a guy I don't like. Like he's
play Halliburton.
Yeah. Wiggins is going to play a bunch of minutes. He's probably going to get you 20 points, and he's going to disappoint you 9 times out of 10. Actually, probably like 19 times out of 20. He has not had a game over 20 points since the 19th of January. So almost a month ago.
If LeBron doesn't play, I mean, obviously it's hard to do this because it's the last game.
Yeah, it's the last game on the slate. So if LeBron doesn't play, then obviously Anthony Davis looks pretty good. You could always put Anthony Davis in, and then if LeBron plays, you could switch to LeBron or just roll with Anthony Davis, however you want to do it. It's always an option. You could, let's see. Pascal Siakam 1.15. I know he was terrible last time out, but most of the season he's been great. He's probably going to play big minutes once again. They're probably not going to get blown out tonight, so it's going to look pretty good, especially if Fred VanVleet doesn't play. Jason Tatum, 2 back-to-back big games. They play Detroit tonight, so he should have a big game, but there's also the chance of blowout. So if they blow him out, pretty good. And it's not all just Jason Tatum. He could flop in that regard. Julius Randle, he's been doing really well since RJ Barrett's been out, so obviously in play. Kyle Kuzma, 1.25. He's been better as of late, so definitely a guy that you can play. Same thing with Jaylen Brown. They're just guys that are there. If they have the upside game, they're going to help you. If they have a regular game, you're probably going to get to about 50. Jaren Jackson, if John Morant doesn't play, Jaren Jackson looks really good once again at 1.35. Wendell Carter, he's had a couple big games in a row now at 1.4. Guy that you can kind of chase if you want to tonight. I don't think you have to, but I playing about 10 lineups.
Well, man, he's been playing really well.
Yeah, well, he's been playing good. Like for the 1.4, he's been playing reasonably okay, but like the last game was really well. But the games before that, if you get that kind of output, you're like, like you're happy, like you're okay with it. Like you're getting 53, 54 after the multiplier. but you probably still want a little bit more out of him. There's other guys around him that probably give you a little bit more upside though. Scotty Barnes at 1.45. Obviously, the last game was really down. He only played 20 minutes because of the blowout. If Fred VanVleet doesn't play tonight, it helps him out a bit. Probably not a lot of people are going to play on SuperDraft tonight. 1.45. I don't mind the multiplier. It has some upside there as well. Darius Baisley, we kind of talked about already at 1.55. He looks pretty good. You know, he's been playing really well. He's been over 40 points like the last 3 or 4 games in a row now. So this guy that has a lot of upside there. It shouldn't go away, but like eventually, like he's going to have one of these down games too. So like cautiously optimistic. I don't want to play like 6 out of 6 lineups with him, but I'll play 2 or 3, you know?
Hell yeah.
In terms of these dart throws, so we got Jared Vanderbilt 1.75. So if Anthony Edwards misses and Jalen McDaniel starts alongside Vanderbilt, you can play Vanderbilt tonight. Denny Advia had a big game the last time out at 1.8. There is no Rui Hachimura tonight, so maybe that helps him out. The guy that I definitely don't mind taking a shot on. And then we had Danilo Gallinari. 2 games ago had 5 points. Last night he was really good. So if you want to take that shot, you can take that shot. He's in that first game tonight, but maybe you play him, maybe you don't. Like, I don't think this is a slate that you have to take that shot, but if you want to get just a little bit different, you can. Jaden McDaniels obviously had the big game last night. Should be in that starting lineup. We'll see how well he plays tonight. I mean, you can take a shot there. He's not a guy I like taking shots on particularly, but a guy worth mentioning since he did well last night. Jalen Smith, he started last night. So last night was really weird. They started Goga, Jalen Smith, and Oshai Brissett, which killed Brissett. And Brissett only ended up playing 27 minutes. He went 2 for 8. And just the fact, and Jalen Smith got in foul trouble last night. He still got the 22-23 anyways on DraftKings, I know. So if he plays bigger minutes and he plays better and he doesn't get in foul trouble at 1.85, definitely going to be in play. Torian Prince, just the other name to throw out there, because if one of Vanderbilt or McDaniels flop, he's probably going to do pretty well, or it means he's playing well and the other guys are on the bench. In terms of the centers, we got Nikolai Jokic, Karl Anthony Towns, Nikolai Vucevic, Joseph Nurkic, Jakob Poeltl. We don't really need to talk too much about those guys. Those guys are guys that are always at the top of the list. Karl Anthony Towns obviously looks better if Anthony Edwards is out tonight.
Well, you got to talk about Vucevic's multiplier, you know.
Well, I mean, it went from 1.15 to 1.1. Like, it matters, but it does. Like, it matters slightly, but it's not like that big a deal, because he's still probably going to get to like 50 and he'll get you 55 instead of 57 and a half. So it's like a 2-point difference. But Al Horford, you can look at. He didn't play big minutes last night. He got foul trouble against Embiid. 1.5, no Robert Williams. If you want to take that chance, you can take that chance. Just a guy worth mentioning there. If he does a little bit of other things in terms of stats, because there's random games where Al Horford's get blocks and steals. I don't know how, and the dude's 36 years old, but he does sometimes. And then we had Andre Drummond, who played about 24 minutes last time out for the Nets. He played reasonably well in that game. If he gets more minutes, going to look pretty good tonight. In terms of the dart throws at center position, we got your boy Steven Adams at 1.7 once again. Surprised his multiplier hasn't gone up. When it jumps up, it'll probably jump up to 1.5 anyways. But then we have Elfremi, or I can't even pronounce his first name, Sengun for the Rockets. Christian Wood is questionable tonight. If he doesn't play, then Sengun is definitely interesting. He'd be more interesting if you could play him at forward too. But the fact that you can only play him at center hurts him, because then he's got to be able to outscore Vucevic, Nurkic, Towns, and Jokic, which probably not going to happen, but there's a case. And especially going against DeAndre Ayton, JaVale McGee too, it's probably not going to be the best case for him. Then Thomas Bryant, he's at 1.8 for the Wizards tonight. No Rui Hachimura to play small ball center. Apparently they've been playing Anthony Gill in that regard too for some reason. Thomas Bryant's been stuck at 22 minutes. If he could get up to 26, 28, then he's got a chance, but it's probably not a realistic chance tonight, but somebody worth mentioning at the very least, just in case. But we probably should get over to some of the injuries and starting lineups and all that stuff too, because there's a lot of stuff here.
Yeah, let's go over that too. Let's definitely go over that. So I was just talking to
Austin. For the Hawks.
Yeah,
for the Hawks, it's John Collins out once again. So same thing as last night. The Magic are starting Cole Anthony, Jalen Suggs, Franz Wagner, Wendell Carter, and Mo Bamba. So that's the same starting lineup. Cole Anthony did pop up as questionable earlier in the day with the ankle injury, so I wouldn't be surprised if he kind of struggles tonight. But so just don't play Cole Anthony tonight. And Horford's 35, 36 in June, but close enough. I'm just rounding up, okay?
Yes, we were talking earlier about Devin Booker. We think he's a good play.
Maybe. If all the
I
Rockets,
like huge games.
if all the Rockets guys are out, he's not a good play. Like if Kevin Porter and Christian Wood are out, they're just going to blow out. So then he wouldn't be a good play. Like he's a guy that's super scoring dependent too, and he's not doing anything else right now. So like he's not a guy that I'm trying to chase at this point in time.
Revenge.
Then for Detroit, Frank Jackson, Isaiah Livers are both out. Probably starting the same lineup. We got the Boston Celtics, who are without Marcus Smart and Robert Williams. So you're probably seeing something with Derek White, Jaylen Brown, Jason Tatum, Grant Williams, and Al Horford in that starting lineup, supposedly, unless, they feel weird and start Peyton Pritchard instead of Derek White, which is just dumb, but, For the Wizards, they're without Daniel Gafford, Rui Hachimura, and Kristaps Porzingis. They are starting Howell Neto, Corey Kispert, Contavious Caldwell-Pope, Kyle Kuzma, and Thomas Bryant. Pacers are without Brogdon, Duarte, Isaiah Jackson, TJ McConnell, Miles Turner, TJ Warren. So the exact same thing we saw last night. We'll see if they stick with that same starting lineup or not. They might change it up tonight just because the Wizards aren't like super big, and that's kind of a big lineup. So that'd be interesting to see. Brooklyn Nets are without Kevin Durant, Joe Harris, Kyrie Irving, Ben Simmons. So same thing we saw last time out. Probably the same starting lineup as well. And then for the Knicks, RJ Barrett, Nerlens Noel, Derrick Rose all out. Kemba Walker, Quentin Grimes, Evan Fournier, Julius Randle, and Mitchell Robinson are all in the starting lineup once again.
David, I'm sorry. I get tired from my day job.
Was it you, John? I had like a burp that came up, so I was like, but for the Kings, Terrence Davis still out. I don't even know why that's on there anymore. Jeremy Lamb and Davion Mitchell both questionable. If Mitchell doesn't play, then I guess Fox has safer minutes at point guard, and I guess they just play Ramsey behind him at point guard. I don't know. Like, it's just a mess at that point. Or you just run a bunch of guards out there and let Sabonis handle the ball a ton. You could do that. Mm-hmm. That sounds like a better idea than playing Ramsey. That sounds like a terrible idea, but for the Chicago Bulls, Lonzo Ball, Alex Caruso, Zach LaVine, Patrick Williams out. So the exact same thing as before. Javonte Williams was questionable earlier today, but he is playing tonight. Toronto Raptors, just Fred VanVleet questionable. We'll see if he plays or not. Obviously, if he doesn't play, then Gary Trent looks better. Pascal Siakam and Scotty Barnes probably all look better. And then they'll probably end up starting Precious Achiuwa. Maybe they start Kem Birch. We'll just have to see. Or maybe they start a guard. I don't know. Like, it probably doesn't matter in the grand scheme of things for SuperDraft, at least. The Minnesota Timberwolves without McKinley Wright, who doesn't play anyways. Then Anthony Edwards still listed as questionable at this point in time. The Spurs are without Trey Jones. Doesn't really matter. Oklahoma City Thunder is without Lou Dort, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, Ty Jerome, Mike Muscala, Jerome Robinson, Earl, and Kendrick Williams. So their bench is super thin at this point in time. So you're probably just going to get big minutes out of Josh Giddey, Trey Mann, Aaron Wiggins, Darius Baisley. Roby and Favors probably going to split center minutes. And then we'll get some Povashevsky minutes. We'll probably get some Teo Maledon minutes. And then somebody else is going to play, but I don't know who. They got Lindley Waters on their team for some reason. That dude's in the NBA. I don't know how. He wasn't even that good at Oklahoma State. But they are starting Josh Giddey, Trey Mann, Aaron Wiggins, Darius Baisley, and Isaiah Roby. So Roby is the one starting at center. If you really want to take a shot with him at like forward for the 2x multiplier, you could do it. But I probably wouldn't recommend it tonight. And he's going against Jakob Poeltl. That might make Jakob Poeltl look better tonight, honestly. The Trailblazers without Eric Bledsoe, Keon Johnson, Damian Lillard, Didi Lozada, and Dennis Smith Jr. So the exact same as last time out. Dennis Smith Jr. is supposedly out 3 to 4 weeks, if you care about Dennis Smith Jr. Then for the Memphis Grizzlies, we got Dylan Brooks, Yves Pons, Xavier Tillman out, and then John Morant's questionable. So obviously, if he's out, then Tyus Jones looks pretty good. If he's not, then stay away from Tyus Jones. Then we get down to the Houston Rockets, who obviously John Wall and Usman Grow, but still not playing. Then Christian Wood, Dennis Schroeder, and Kevin Porter all listed as questionable. So we'll see what happens with that. There is a case that all three of them don't play, and the Rockets look kind of bad. Maybe you want to play Jalen Green or Sengun in that case, but it's not pretty. And then in that case, Phoenix probably just blows them out by even more because they're probably going to blow them out either way. Phoenix just has Kaminsky, Payne, Saric, and Landry Shamet out once again, so no changes there. Denver, they do get Monty Morris back at point guard tonight. Zeke Najee still questionable. Kankar, Murray, and Porter are all out once again. For the Golden State Warriors, Draymond Green, Andre Iguodala, and James Wiseman out once again, so no changes there. The Utah Jazz are without Rudy Gay once again. Lakers are without Carmelo Anthony, Avery Bradley, Kendrick Nunn. LeBron James is questionable. Anthony Davis is probable. Woo! That was fun.
So, since we got, a couple people in here, you might as well, It's our man's birthday today. Coach Craig's birthday today. So, and I think he's doing something. What aren't you doing something for charity?
Well, Facebook lets you pick like a charity or whatever for your birthday thing. So I just picked the St. Jude Hospital.
So, I mean, he's in the group on Facebook. So go look him up on Facebook and go.
Or if you just want to take some time out of your day and donate to St. Jude too, that's cool. Or if you just want to donate to any charity, that's cool too.
Yeah, we got one of our guys, Stu. He's got some crazy stuff that's going on with him. Like he can't walk and stuff. Like he's been having some crazy surgeries. We did like a Dream to Walk. This stuff's called Dream to Walk Foundation, and we did a big playoffs for his thing when we had like James Coe was in it, and Adam Rank was in it, and who was the other one that was in it? Marcus Grant.
Yeah.
So a bunch of guys, from NFL.com. It was pretty cool. It was pretty fun.
I'm sitting here calling Horford old, but at least he's like 4.5 years older than me. So.
Oh, he said, and also he's a Cowboys fan, so there's that too. Yeah, he is a Cowboys fan.
Yeah.
Oh, you need to get in his account and just go play.
Yeah. What's David saying here? I did a plumbing top out by myself today.
Yeah, he's a plumber. So yeah, I'm an electrician. He's a plumber. So you know how it is.
I've done a little bit.
I do most of the stuff I did do by myself. Like today, we did like a service on the side of a garage, and like that right after we get all the stuff up, he's like, "All right, then you go ahead and finish." So then I just finished all the wiring and everything.
So the Hawks are starting Trae Young, Kevin Huerter, DeAndre Hunter, Danilo Gallinari, and Clint Capella. So exactly what we expected.
All right, let's.
And that is the lone 7:00 game. So if you don't want to play anybody in the Atlanta Hawks or the Magic game, just make sure you have a dummy lineup set in your lineup, and then you can just kind of trade off from there. That is something very valuable on slates like this.
Who do we want to play it forward? Who excites you at forward?
Nobody.
Jaren Jackson. I mean, so who I got in right now?
If Morant's not playing, then Jaren Jackson, the upside. As long as he keeps his hands to himself.
Let's see here.
Ron says it takes me a while to adapt to new platforms. I like to study and understand things before I jump in.
Well, you know what you should do is you should jump into this listener league with us because it's only going to cost $30 and you have the potential to win a jersey and money. So,
yeah. And I mean, too, like if you had the free account on SuperDraft, you might as well just start playing a little bit and poke around and start learning it. That's kind of the best way, especially because you
just play some of these lineups and just try it.
Yeah, because the worst thing you're doing is setting a lineup and it doesn't hit.
We're all fucking dorks, dude. We're playing fantasy sports.
Yep.
All right, let's see here. Let's get some lineups set before we get it.
Yeah. So I mean,
like Robinson kind of makes me nervous. This one I kind of got stacked here. I got.
Hold on, let me look.
So
small on my screen. Yeah, Robinson. I don't know. I play him like a couple lineups, but he's not anybody I'm like going out of my way to play.
Yeah,
like it's just easier to play Julius Randle and be done with it. I mean,
I'm fine with that.
Or you could play Pascal Siakam. Like it's very unlikely Pascal Siakam sucks as bad as he did last time, especially if Fleet misses. You can play Gary Trent. Like there's just too much. Like on big sites like this, especially on a SuperDraft where you can play like anyone. Sometimes it's just like a curse because you can literally play anyone.
Yeah,
it's not like you're playing on FanDuel or DraftKings where it's like you have price limitations, so then you gotta like kind of pick and choose a little bit more. This is like you can have anyone.
So I went Giddey, Halliburton, and Jonathan. So I stacked the Sacramento Oklahoma City game with Giddey, Basley, and Murray.
Yeah, if you really want to do that more, you could play Jakob Poeltl at center too.
I guess I could. He pissed me off the last time I played him though.
Yeah, but he's going against Isaiah Roby and Derek Favors, so
you can do that in this one.
Yeah, if you're trying to stack that game at least.
It's pretty dope. And then DeRozan, DeRozan at forward and Randall at forward, and then DeJounte Murray at DeJounte Murray. Oh yeah, he's in that game too. So
Yeah.
Halliburton, I think Halliburton.
Hey, you're just playing the two best players on both teams,
Yeah.
essentially. I mean, you could make a case that Keldon Johnson is one of the best players on the Spurs too, but for fantasy, he's not that great. He is sometimes, but not all the time. Enter with ticket.
Oh yeah.
Contest is full.
What? Why is it trying to make me do a new one? This is just one that I already have.
I don't know.
Wow.
Did I say Chris Paul earlier? I did say Chris Paul earlier. It's another revenge game for him if you really want to go down the whole revenge game narrative. But there is also that chance that most of the Rockets players don't play and that game's a blowout. So if you play Chris Paul, just be sure that you have a backup option.
Wrong account. That's why. Dumb.
Put the wrong account.
Yep. Way to be prepared.
Yep. Always prepared. Hold on. I think we got more news.
I like news. I am not a robot.
Are you sure? Ooh, Gogo's out. That's good.
Who we starting?
Well, that means Jalen Smith looks better.
Suggs?
What? Jalen Smith.
Oh, he cut out. I was like, what?
Oh, I guess they played last night, didn't they? The Pacers. That's why Gogo's not playing. Because it's a foot, like he had a foot thing. Davion Mitchell's out with the hand. Fred VanVleet is out too. Cool. We got some news. Except the Davion Mitchell news. Like, who the heck does that even help? Nobody. It helps It helps Ramsey, but he's not good.
All right.
And as I say that, he's gonna get like 30 points tonight. Just because.
Shit slow, baby, slow.
So where is my Kings line up at? I'm just trying to figure out who this Kings player is that's going to play. I guess Jeremy Lamb still hasn't ruled out yet. He can't really play point guard though. But it's a bonus. Where are you at now? So you got Halliburton, Giddey, Murray, DeRozan, Baisley. You're just doing it. Are you putting the same one back in?
Yeah, because clearly my shit was like not prepared. Love it.
Yeah. So when are we going to draft the listener league? We're trying to get it done and up before they come back from the All-Star break.
So once you join, we'll be at 6. Right? We just need 4 more people to join. And I think I got one more.
Oh, you know what they got? Never mind. I know what's going to happen now.
What's that?
So Davion Mitchell played 26 minutes last game. So DiVincenzo is just going to play more minutes. DiVincenzo is a kind of interesting. No, well that last game was a blowout, so he's probably going to play
$4 one. Let's do the $4 one.
Let's see. I'm just trying to figure out this Kings thing now. So how many players is this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So somebody else is going to get in the rotation. But who? Is it Ramsey? So is Ramsey getting the rotation? Or well, if Jeremy Lamb plays, he just gets in the rotation. Never mind. Kings suck. If you want to try to get really lucky, like in a nickel contest today, you can play Dante DiVincenzo.
Well, we'll do one of those. We'll definitely get one of those. We got to get these set though.
First class. Let's see. First class with the multipliers, it seems like you play any players and then have the same chance according to Vegas. So with the multipliers, you can play pretty much anyone, but it also means like a guy that gets 40 points could outscore a guy that gets. So if a guy that has a 2x multiplier gets 40 points, he gets to 80, as opposed to a guy that's just like a Nikola Jokic gets 65 at 1, then it just gives it more of a fair opportunity for guys that are not as good. And some days you can exploit the high multiplier guys, and other days you can just play the best players.
We think about Jaron Jackson tonight.
Yeah, he's fine. Like Jaron Jackson, I like a lot if John Morant's out.
You say Gary Trent?
Play Gary Trent a decent amount. Fred VanVleet's not playing tonight, so he's going to take a bunch of shots.
He just had a really bad game last.
They all did. That's why they got blown out by 30.
They are playing Minnesota,
which doesn't know how to play defense.
I just like his multiplier. It's like him.
Yeah, I'm mixing and matching a bunch of Toronto guys tonight. So I'm playing a little bit of Gary Trent. I'm playing a lot of Pascal. So a lot of Pascal Siakam, a little bit, an average amount of Gary Trent, and a little bit of Scotty Barnes on SuperDraft at least. Playing a little bit of Scotty Barnes on FanDuel too, because he's only $6,000 there for some reason.
I'll play Siakam then.
Yeah, I like Siakam a lot. I think you can play Siakam and Trent together.
What do you think about Justice Winslow?
Yeah, he's good. He's just like he's been doing the same thing ever since he got to the Trailblazers.
All right, we'll roll this. I mean, I like
the biggest question is, when does Justice Winslow finally break down again? Because he always gets hurt.
Tonight, thanks. All right, yeah, we're rocking this.
Yep.
All right, let's do $1 one, and then we can do like a fucking crazy one. Because we can do a crazy one on $1 one. Because I'd rather one of these $1 ones hit, than a 5-cent one, right?
Yep.
So we can do it on this one right here. That's fine with me. And do a crazy one.
Yeah.
All right, let me just. Who's the guy you said at 1.75 at center?
Sengun for the Rockets. Okay, so I guess if Christian Wood plays, then you just change him out to Anthony Davis, so that's fine. You can't look at anything because.
Well, I mean, if he gets, this is the thing. Like, if he gets, where was
he gets real minutes, he gets 40 at 1.75, which gets you up to 70. If he gets 28 minutes, he can get 40 points. Let's just put it that way. Especially if Kevin Porter Jr. doesn't play.
All right, we'll do that.
Okay, play him.
I trust your wisdom.
Well, here's the thing. If Christian Wood plays, then you do not want to play Sengun at all. You just swap him out to Anthony Davis because he plays later. Or you could swap him out to Rudy Gobert if you really want to, but I ain't doing that.
Me neither.
I guess you could also swap him out to Jokic too if you really want to. So you can swap out to Jokic or Anthony Davis if Christian Wood plays. So, or DeAndre Ayton. You have 3 guys you could swap up.
We could do Gary Trent.
You put Gary Trent in that one. Put Jalen Smith too.
Do you want him as a forward or as a guard?
And just leave him there for now. Do Jalen Smith. $1.85 because Goga's not playing tonight.
Goga
Fire. Who do they start? They played Kiefer Sykes a lot of minutes last night for some reason.
You played Titus Young again tonight?
What?
Titus Young again?
Oh yeah, put him in there. And then if Ja plays, we have to change that, but dying. Do you want to play Vanderbilt? I really don't, but he's a high multiplier. Or you could put.
Why is he not on here?
What?
Oh, duh. I hate that shit.
see,
Nice
Tyus
Jones.
Jones. Yep. Then we have, let's see.
All right, let's see.
You want to put Derek White in this one? Derek White or Kobe White? Pick a White.
Derek White fucked me last night.
Yeah, but he's starting tonight. That was a weird game last night, okay?
Why didn't he start last night?
Because Marcus Smart was healthy last night.
I think I want Kobe.
Kobe.
Multiplier's more, so
Yeah.
it is decided. All right, we gotta get through these. We got like 6 minutes.
Let's see. Did you end up putting Justice Winslow in the last one or not?
Yeah, I think I did. Yep.
Okay. Put Wendell Carter in. Why not? Then do you want Jared Vanderbilt or Denny Advia? My heart says Advia, but Vanderbilt could do well too.
Agba.
Advia. AVD. There's no Rui Hachimura tonight, so maybe. He had a big double last game.
Yeah, I mean,
like the Wizards suck. The Wizards like are terrible, so they should be playing Advia a shit ton of minutes. Like that should be their game plan. Is play all these young guys a lot of minutes. And like the dude was a lottery pick. He's had very good games in his career. He's just not consistent.
Let's do it.
Do it. The dude won freaking EuroLeague or I don't even know, his Turkish League MVP or something like that. Advia did.
How many games started? 6?
1.
Which game is that?
Atlanta and Orlando.
Oh, that doesn't mean anything.
I'm not super excited. What?
I'm not playing anybody really from there.
Yeah. I mean, the only guys that play from there is like Wendell Carter and like Trae Young. I already did the Capella thing. It didn't work too well last night, so.
All right, we got another $1 one here.
$1?
Well, I mean, we already played a crazy one already, so let's play something semi-safe, but we can still put some higher multipliers in there.
Fine, put Derek White in this time.
Okay.
Can you play? Let's play Derek White. Let's play Anthony Simons and let's do Nurkic and Simons together in this one. And then, God, who do they play tonight? Let me just see who they play real quick because we could kind of stack that game just a little bit. They play Memphis tonight, so you can play. I mean, you just play Tyus Jones and Jaren Jackson together. And then from there, you could just play like DeMar DeRozan and somebody else safe, Pascal Siakam or whatever. Seems like the easiest thing to do, right?
DeRozan and Siakam.
Yeah, probably.
I'm good with that.
Yeah. Cool. Save it. So we got Derek White as kind of the different piece. Simons will have like okay ownership. He won't be like super low. Tyus Jones, if he starts, probably gonna have decent ownership. But the fact that you have so if the Blazers do well, it's because Nurkic and Simons are probably gonna have a good game. If they suck, this lineup's already dead. But like if the Blazers are bad tonight, this lineup's just dead either way. So
whatever.
But you might as well have it tied to Memphis then, because like if that game's good, then both of them. This is gonna be that random like 50-point Desmond Bane game in it now. God, I hate Desmond Bane.
we got to throw him in one then.
Yeah, you can put him in one then. You want to put him in? I like Seth Curry a lot. Who do they play again tonight? The Knicks.
Who else were we gonna play?
Desmond Bane.
I like how you said it.
The dude just sucked at TCU. Like, he wasn't that good at TCU. He made like a couple key threes like every once in a while just to be a pain in the butt. He's way better in the NBA than he ever was in college. Let's put it that way. You want to play Julius Randle on this one too?
Sure. I got him in here.
Okay. Do you want to play Andre Drummond in this? 1.65 at center.
Oh, it's center.
Yeah, you got to take Jokic out though. But we just have to make sure he starts. If he doesn't start, then we got to get rid of him. But he should start. He started the last game. And then we got a forward left. Do you want to get crazy or not?
I don't care.
I mean, it ain't super crazy. I don't even think. I don't know. I kind of like Scotty Barnes. 1.45.
No, I like that. All right, we can rock that.
I don't think he's going to be super popular, but he's got the upside without Van Fleet playing tonight.
Halliburton, Seth Curry, not Steph, Seth. Bane. How did you say? You're like, oh, Desmond Bane. DeRozan. We went Barnes, Randall, and Drummond. Scotty Barnes.
We ain't playing no Harrison Barnes. I did that enough last year. But it made sense last year. This year don't make sense. So David's up there in the comments. He says DeRozan, Halliburton, Giddey, Tatum, Randall, LeBron James, and Jokic. So that's a pretty safe lineup. It's kind of a capped upside lineup just because they're higher name guys. Multipliers are not quite as high, but maybe take a risk on somebody else. Maybe you play like Jalen Smith at forward instead of LeBron James. We'll just have to see if LeBron's playing too. But I guess if LeBron doesn't play, you can always switch out Anthony Davis in this spot. So around the last, do you keep track like yearly winning and percent and stuff for your daily playing? So I keep track of my core picks on my own channel. I go over them every day. And then last year I was keeping track of like how much I was playing each day, how much I won like each month and stuff. But I really haven't done that this much this year. I should probably start doing that again. I know I'm up money, so like I haven't worried too much about it at least.
Yeah. This whole thing I've been doing is just kind of I wanted to do a test and see how things go with SuperDraft, and then I'm gonna once I start getting into prize picks, then I'm gonna start taking well, obviously I'm kind of like learning basketball, how it works with especially with SuperDraft.
Yeah.
So I'm loving it. I'm having a blast with it. It's so much fun, and I'm learning a lot. It's a lot of fun. And David hit the other night on that one lineup. That was pretty dope. So, yeah, I mean, the whole goal here is to consistently go up as we're, together all as a, community learning and growing. I mean, that's how it's supposed to be. We're all here to help each other make money. That's the whole point.
Yeah. Next month I'll probably start tracking my stuff, how much I'm spending on like daily and stuff, but it's been good. I mean, I just pulled out a couple $100 out of prize picks again. I would have had $200 more if Clay didn't screw it up the other night. Apparently I got more free promo money on prize picks. Still working on getting a code over there too. So
the season long, if we're just talking about if we're just talking about the for our sleeper draft or for our sleeper our tournament or blah blah our
league.
Yeah, the league that we're gonna set up. No, we're just gonna use the SuperDraft like rules, like how they, guidelines of how the scoring is and all that stuff. That's pretty much what we wanted to do to keep it kind of in line with.
We're gonna use the same scoring for like baskets made, steals, blocks, rebounds, stuff like that. We're not going to have a multiplier on a daily basis or anything like that for each player. That'd be a little extra.
Super extra. And pro picks are in. Yeah, so that's the next thing we're going to talk about. So I'm going to
talk about some hockey. As news comes out for the NBA stuff, I'll mention it as well, though.
Heck yeah. So let me get this promotions because it's always there.
Yours actually works on the computer or the app or whatever the heck it is. Mine never works on that.
Really?
But I really haven't tried since they updated the stuff either.
And golf's going to be interesting because there's actually a lot of good plays.
There's a lot of good plays. So we'll touch it. We'll do
But
hockey.
this
Do some
course, I
hockey.
mean, the grass and stuff is really gonna be in play.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of guys that have done really well here, and there's a lot of guys that have been inconsistent here too.
Right, there's
Hey, look who joined the building. It's Antonio.
What's up, Antonio?
Hey, at least his Knicks should win tonight. Not going. Well, I mean, they're playing the Nets. Nets aren't like they ain't a real team that the Nets are playing right now. So if they can contain Seth, they'll be all right. I was talking about the Knicks. What was that? A couple of days ago. I'm like, well, sometimes they're a real team and sometimes they're not. Just depends on the night.
I like the hockey shit. This is gonna be interesting and see where because we were
Did they
starting the
announce-
lineup last night.
Did they announce the other goalie yet for hockey? I know the one guy's starting. Hold on. I'll get this information up. So Laurent Brossoit is confirmed goalie for Las Vegas, and the expected is Darcy Cooper for the Avalanche.
So it's Avalanche versus who again? The Knights, right?
Yeah, the over/under in this game is 6.5 goals. Colorado were a slight favorite now. They're even more of a slight. They're a slightly above slight favorite now, if that makes sense. They're at minus 110 before, which was almost like a pick 'em, and now they're at minus 140. So
your subscription contest. Ooh, we might have to get in this little thing right here for PGA. 20,000 coins and prizes.
So the first lineup that ProPicks have is Mikko Rantanen as the champion, Nathan McKinnon at Superflex. Then they have both goalies, and they have the Brossoit and Cooper both in there, and then they have Gabriel Landeskog. I have that guy in my lineup. That much I know. They have that Mikko Rantanen and the champion again, McKinnon, Brossoit. So the second one is the exact same. They have both goalies, and then they have that Kadri, who is like the top player for the Avalanche, like top points.
Both goalies in.
Yeah, both goalies in the first two, and the third one they have the Mikko Rantanen in the champion spot again. They have McKinnon again. They have the Brossoit as one goalie, Landeskog, and then Stevenson in there as well. And so Stevenson has been the top point scorer for Las Vegas based on what I've seen. But he's like he was the starting center, but now they got this Jack Eichel guy back who's going to take his spot back. I think this is his first game back. So Stevenson's going back to the second line now, apparently. So we'll see how that all shakes out. Then the fourth one, they have the McKinnon in the champion spot, and then that Rantanen again. They have the Brossoit as one goalie. They have Stevenson, and they have Kadri again.
So Darcy Kemper is the goalie, right?
Yep. So
he's
the expected goalie at least.
He was the goalie for the Wild.
And then for the last one, they had the Brossoit in the champion spot. They have the Rantanen, they have McKinnon, and then Kemper, and then Landeskog. So they really like this Mikko Rantanen guy. He's their top projected guy by a point. And they have the Brossoit guy projected for 10.7. They have Cooper projected for 10.6, Landeskog for 10.5, and Kadri's only at 10.2. I kind of like him.
Wait, this is the dude I was telling you about yesterday. I'm pretty sure.
I don't know. They like him, whoever he is. I have no idea who that dude is. So for me, wherever I'm at, I don't know where I'm at anymore. Give me to the hockey. So I put the Kadri guy in the captain spot just because he's been the top guy for the Avalanche. I really don't know much. I put Mocker, the defenseman, in because he's got a good multiplier and he gets points at least. I have the Landeskog guy, I have the Stevenson, and I have whoever Pacioretty is. He looked all right, but he's been kind of up or down.
Pacioretty.
Yeah. He's kind of up or down, though. So we'll see. I don't think I'm going to change mine too much, but I think I'm just going to roll with mine because I don't know any different.
Francois.
Who?
Pavel. Francois. I think that's how you say it. Francois.
That's a goalie. He's not starting tonight.
Oh, that's why his shit wasn't loading up. So
Yeah.
it's Kemper and
it looks like Boss with an R and then OIT. He's at like 1.9 or something.
Brossois.
Yeah, Brossois. I don't know.
It's probably French Canadian.
I have no idea.
He looks terrible.
I don't know. I'm just not playing goalies again. That's my strategy.
I mean, I'd play Kemper. Who do they have winning?
Colorado's expected to win barely, or like they're slightly above slight favorites. Let's put it that way.
The Knights have been pretty good, but
Antonio says, click on Ratatanana. So apparently he's the right wing. Oh, you've been doing pretty good lately, man. No wonder they like him. Should I put him in now?
Yeah, I mean,
maybe I'll put him in over the Mocker guy. What's that dude's multiplier again? 2.05?
2.85 with the champion.
Oh, well, he's 1.9 in the regular spot. I'm playing him in the regular spot.
I mean, Mocker, we talked about him yesterday. He's had his games.
So, but like the thing with Las Vegas is, I know they kind of like Stevenson, but Eichel's back. So like you can take a chance on Eichel, but he's got a lower multiplier, or you can take a chance on Stevenson, who's been kind of their main guy, but they're not going to be out on the ice together, apparently. I would guess. I don't know.
I know. I kind of like your Mocker call, though.
Click on the McKinnon guy, too.
I think this is the guy we were talking about the other day, too. Oh, no, not him. There was a guy that was down here that was under Mocker, I thought, that we looked at.
I don't remember.
So now we looked at Kadri. This is who I'd be playing the fucking champion.
That's who I am playing in the champion spot. And they don't put him in the pro pick champion spot, so I like it even more.
Yeah, this is who I'm playing, too. I think this is who we were talking about the other day. I was like, this guy looks like he's fucking killing it. He's
the top point scorer. Hold on. I want to just see what that McKinnon guy that they like so much has been doing.
Because then we talked about the mullet guy.
Who's the mullet guy?
The guy you're like,
I remember you talking about a mullet guy.
I was talking about him, and then you thought I was talking about Lamella or who?
No, Kelly Oubre.
Yeah.
Like this McKinnon guy that they're projecting, well, he doesn't look that great either.
Mackinnon, I think it's his name.
He's only got 1.75. I ain't playing him.
No, he's just like their potentially one of their better players.
He says he's a left defender on the power play. I don't want him.
It's because he's had one like crazy game.
Yeah.
2 goals. Oh man, he's had a really crazy game. 4 assists.
Antonio says all I know about hockey is Crosby and Ovechkin. Well, all I really know about hockey is Ovechkin, Patrick Kane, and Jonathan Toews.
Patrick Kane. I know hockey's crazy. I was trying to get Austin to come on and talk about it, but he said he hasn't got his stuff hooked up yet.
Yeah. I mean, you can just put it up on your phone. It's not that big a deal.
What?
Just get on StreamYard from your phone.
Yeah, I know you could.
Even if it's just for 10 minutes.
I've had to do it.
Yep. We've all been there.
So, I mean, I think I'm
playing that Kadri at the champion spot. That's all I know.
Too.
I kind of like the Landeskog guy, which ProPix likes too. But
who?
Landeskog. Oh, he had a decent multiplier. He had a decent fantasy point average, and he's in the first line. That's all I know.
Dude, this guy might be a good. I mean, him or let's see. Let me see here. I mean, I I mean, I like your Kadri call, but I kind of want to be a little different. I might put him in there. But
Yeah,
Kadri,
but like,
Mocker's a beast, you know. All these guys could hit. All these guys could be the scorers, you know. But you want more than just a score, you know, assists, you want shots.
Yeah, you want guys that are going to take shots mainly. Or stop.
That's why I like that first.
Ronald says hockey is so much fun live, but on TV is boring. Fuck, I'm like, yep.
Yeah, it's super fun live.
I went to a fight and a hockey game broke out.
You went to
You've heard that one, right?
That's funny.
We used to get like amateur tickets. My parents used to own a Quiznos Subs, and we get amateur tickets to the hockey team in town every once in a while too.
Quiznos Subs.
They have a pickle bar.
Yeah, I mean, fuck. I mean,
Who is this guy? Smith. What was Smith's multiplier? I looked at him, but I don't remember why I didn't like him. Might have just been because he's only on the second line. He had a good multiplier, but he's on the second line. So he's like boom or bust. Like if he gets a goal, he'll look good. If he doesn't, he's gonna look like terrible.
He doesn't even look good.
He needs a goal, otherwise he's screwed.
He's in their lineup.
He's in the second line, apparently.
Let's see. I think what we're gonna do here.
I had a free hockey thing on FanDuel today, and I didn't know anything, so I'm just like, well, who's got the highest like chance of winning? And I just stacked. It was Calgary, and I just stacked a whole bunch of guys from Calgary.
Yeah, I actually like the big one when they got a lot more games going.
Yeah.
So here we go. I mean, fuck, dude, you got me confused. I want to do.
I don't know.
Who's Brossois? That's the one guy you were talking about?
Oh, that's a goalie.
Oh, fuck him.
They like him a lot.
Well, I mean, all the other guys we talked about could be good. I mean,
if you're going just based off pricing from FanDuel's highest priced guys are Kadri, McKinnon, Pacioretty, Rantanen, and Landeskog. So that means they do stuff at least.
Yeah, I mean, I see Landeskog in 3 lineups. I see Kadri only in 2.
Yeah. I like Kadri just in the champion because there ain't that many people playing.
And then
let's see if
Stevenson guy.
Stevenson did well, but the Eichel guy or whatever is back now, so he's behind him now, apparently.
Oh, well, fuck that dude then.
But this is Eichel's first game back, so maybe he just doesn't do much too. And Stevenson still could look good, yeah. I have no idea. Who is Jan Mark? He's not very good, whoever he is, but he might have a high multiplier.
So here, I'll tell you. So this is Austin's lineup. You ready?
Yeah.
So he went Rantanen at the champion. Then he went McKinnon. Then he went Pacioretty. What the fuck do you say?
Pacioretty?
Yeah.
That's I got him.
Then he went Pacioretty. I don't know why. I guess he's had a couple good games.
Yeah.
Oh, damn. He had a really good couple games. I like that. That's consistency. Maybe he's just been kind of banged up. Then he's got Smith.
I looked at Smith.
Huh?
I looked at Smith, but he's just kind of like, maybe he does well, maybe he doesn't, yeah.
So he's got Mocker.
I got Mocker too. Do I want to put this McKinnon guy in now just because he likes him?
Oh, McKinnon, he's fucking good.
I don't know. I think we can keep him out, just be different. Keep my Landeskog in.
Yeah, I kind of think Landeskog is a good call.
Yeah, for me, I got the Kadri, I got Reddington, I got Pacioretty, Landeskog, and then like the last one, like I got Stevenson in, but I don't know if I want to play him or not.
But everybody's gonna have Ranton in.
Yeah. But then, like, if he does well and you don't have him in the champion spot, at least you have him in the flex spot so you don't lose out as much.
No, I know. I'm just talking about. I'm thinking about.
Yeah.
They should get points for winning the fight, says David. Yeah, they should.
Should get points for everything.
So I'm thinking either like Pacioretty. I mean, maybe put him in the champion spot. Be different.
Good. It's the way to get different, at least.
I don't care. I don't care if we don't win. I like to kind of be different and then just win.
Now you got me like second guessing this Smith thing.
Well, I don't know. I mean, he knows more than me. Should I ask him why Smith?
Sure. I can't even find Smith. Where'd he go? I don't know if there's a reason, you know what I mean?
He said Eichel could be a good play. He said it's his first game back from a neck surgery, but he said he's absolutely dirty though.
Yeah, that's what I said. But like because he's knocking Stevenson down, but it's his first game back, so who knows?
Is he dirty for fantasy though? So I don't think he is.
He might get in a fight. Ooh, if he gets in a fight and he loses time, then that's good for Stevenson, right?
Yep. I asked him why Smith. He's just seen it now, so we'll see.
Yeah. He's not done like a lot, you know. His multiplier is decent, but he had one big game he had a hat trick a couple games ago, or that was like a month ago. Let's see. We got.
So here's what he said. He said he's a sneaky good player. He said he can pop off some nights. He said he usually kills the Avs, so he's always he always plays well against them. I like going with the multiplier.
Okay, so that's a matchup thing more so. So the Raptors are back to basketball real quick. The Raptors are starting Trent, Anunoby, Barnes, Siakam, and Kem Birch. So I would not play Chris Boucher tonight. Just saying that. If Achua started, I'll play Chris Boucher. But Pistons starters. So the Pistons are starting Corey Joseph, Cade Cunningham, Sadiq Bey, Jeremy Grant, and Isaiah Stewart. So the same as normal.
I like Kadri, man.
Boston Celtics are starting Derek White, Jaylen Brown, Jason Tatum, Grant Williams, and Al Horford. So Derek White is starting. They didn't decide to be stupid. You want to play some Grant Williams tonight?
I wish there was a later game for us to play.
For what? Basketball?
Yeah.
There's a couple single games tonight.
Yeah, but there's not on SuperDraft.
Yeah, there is.
There is? I didn't see one.
There's two when I looked earlier.
Nice.
So the Pacers are starting Halliburton, Buddy Hield. Oshai Brissett.
We didn't put anybody healed in ours. I got some I can change up though.
Oshai Brissett, Jalen Smith. They're starting Terry Taylor tonight. Except it's all messed up because they said Terry Taylor at center. Well, Jalen Smith's the center in that case. The 6'5" guy is not the center. I'm sorry.
They really like. Oh, that's the goalie.
Yeah, they like the goalies a lot.
Good. Screw those goalies.
And the Nets are starting Patty Mills, Seth Curry, Bruce Brown, James Johnson's starting to start Kessler Edwards tonight, and then Andre Drummond. If you want to get really brave, you could play James Johnson, but I ain't doing that.
James Johnson.
That dude was I don't know if he fought in any real UFC matches, but he was training to do it for a while. That dude gets creepier looking by every year. I don't know how, but he does.
All right, that's what I'm going with.
So what you got?
Pacioretty, Landeskog, Mocker, Smith, and Makinen. I was really thinking about doing Kadri over Makinen, but
So you just didn't play the Raditon guy or whatever, right?
I didn't play him, or I didn't play.
Goalies.
Let's see. That's the guy we talked about, though, right?
Who?
Ranison.
Kind of. Let's see. Let me look at my basketball lineups real quick. Make sure this ain't screwed up. Yeah. David said Utah at Los Angeles at 9 o'clock. Is one of the single game slates.
You have to play that, I think.
Maybe.
No, just kidding. I don't know about Landon. Oh my God, yeah, he's had some huge games though.
Mm-hmm. He's at 1.9.
It's like, do you play him or do you just play Makinen because he's 1.75 and he's like their guy?
I don't know.
Fuck it, I'm just gonna stick with it.
Rock with it.
I'll be different because at least everyone's gonna have Makinen.
Makinen and Raditon. I'm almost like just what you could make like a really weird lineup where you just don't play any of the goalies, you don't play Raditon, and you don't play Makinen, and just
At least we can talk, golf now. We know a little bit more about.
Yeah, golf. I ain't very good at it in real life, but Davis, they should get points for winning the fight.
Yeah.
And then he said, I almost had to play a goalie after last week. Last week was a lower scoring game though too, so yeah. I don't think you have to play a goalie. Let's put it that way.
So, I'll tell you. So right now, last week Austin played a goalie, so I played a goalie.
Yeah.
Or I didn't play a goalie, and the goalie paid out. So I'm kind of just following his kind of thing now. It's like if he's not playing a goalie, then I'm not going to play a goalie.
I just see 6.5 goals between the two teams. It's supposed to be a kind of close game. I'm like, I ain't playing no goalie.
I ain't playing no goalie.
You can't make me do it. And when the one guy's like, I think a backup goalie too, anyways. So
get my last one in, and then we'll talk some golf.
Can I just get the freaking John Morant news already? Just give me a John Morant, Anthony Edwards. I don't care about Houston news.
Okay.
What's up?
I said okie dokie.
I should probably find my golf notes. What do you need to know about golf? Everybody that's a 1X has had good success here at some point in time.
So basically another thing is this place is a place that course history does matter here. Mm-hmm. And also like around the green, so like chipping, it's really going to be a big thing because there's a lot of bunkers in front of the greens and shit here. But there's a lot of easy. So another thing that is nice is guys that can make birdies is something that you want because the par fives in here, all four of them are like some of the easiest par fives in the whole PGA Tour.
You want guys that avoid bogeys too, like especially on this course because the cut line's usually right around even on this one.
So I also heard that another thing is like a lot of the South African players Asian players play really good on this course because of the grass.
It's an interesting one. So I'll just say it too. I don't even know where you want to start with this one, but like if you look at all the 1X guys, they've all had good success here at some point in time. Justin Thomas has had, top 10 finishes. He's been a little bit more hit or miss. Cantley's finished high here before. He's obviously coming off a second place finish where he lost in the playoff last week. So maybe that's something. John Rahm's had a decent finish here before. Dustin Johnson's finished top 10 the past 3 tournaments here. He's finished 16th the time before that. And the time before that, he's won it. So he's made the cut all 5 years in a row. And he's had top 10 finishes 4 out of the past 5 years. So he looks pretty good. He didn't play a lot last year. Apparently in the Saudi Arabia tournament or whatever, he did pretty well over there, though. So he looks to be back on his game. He was the number 1 golfer in the world for a little bit in time. So maybe you look at him. Course history is pretty good. Hideki, yep. I got Hideki Matsuyama next, who is a 1.05. He missed the cut last year, but he's had really good success here. He's gotten 5th. He's gotten 8th. So I'm not really concerned about him. He played okay last week. He was decent. He just didn't get up there. Xander Schauffele kind of punted last week, but he's got decent course history here too. A lot of top 15s. Sungjae M, he hasn't played in a couple of weeks, but he's pretty consistent. He's one of your Asian guys that you're talking about that usually have pretty good success here. Let's see. I had Tony Finau down next too. He's at 1.1. Struggled a little bit at times this year so far, but he's had really, really good success at this course. He most notably kind of punted it last year and got second. I don't think Sungjae did good here last year, though.
Playing him next week, though, I'll tell you that much.
What's next week?
Honda.
Oh, he's won that twice, hasn't he?
He had 8th last year, too.
I think he's won it twice. But Tony Finau, he got second last year. He's played really well here. Cameron Smith, he's kind of been up and down here, but he's got some pretty, I think he has 2 top finishes in the past 4 years. And then Mark Leishman, I think he won either one or he got second here the one year. He's at 1.15.
I'm playing Zalatoris, I'll tell you that much. He's going to win soon.
That's a guy that really hasn't done much here.
So that's kind of like Austin now saying he's saying shit. Didn't even see Kadri.
Oh,
but he said the multiplier. It's a good play.
It's pretty good for a guy that's leading the team in points. Let's see. So I was at Mark Leishman. He's had some success here. He's made a lot of cuts. He had one really good finish 2 or 3 years ago. Max Homa obviously won last year. He got 8th the year before that. He's done very well here. Usually the winner of these tournaments, they don't do as well because the media is kind of bugging them the whole time. You leading up to the actual is. But he played pretty well last week. 1.15 for a guy that won it last year is pretty good multiplier too. I got your boy Seamus Power down. He's at 1.15. He obviously missed the cut last week.
He hasn't done good here either. He hasn't had a great.
Yeah. He's not like a guy that he hasn't played here a lot and he doesn't have the best results either. So if you just think he bounces back, you can take that chance, but it's a little bit riskier. Taylor Gooch has done very well here. A lot of top 20s at 1.15. Matthew Fitzpatrick got 5th last year here.
Yeah.
He got another top 22, not 2 years ago, 3 years ago now too. So he's done pretty good here. Russell Henley, 1.2. He's been really hit or miss here. So he either misses the cut or he does pretty well. So this kind of pick your poison with that at 1.2. Adam Scott's done really well here at 1.2.
I was thinking about him.
Not playing his best golf right now, but he won 2 years ago. He got that's just kind of the thing is when you win, you usually don't do quite as well the next year, but he won 2 years ago. He got 37th last year. He's got another top 20 finish as well. So somebody to consider there. Martin Laird has had some success here. He's made some cuts here at 1.3. You can look at him. If you want to talk about Thigala, obviously he was the great storyline last week. He's still at 1.4. He obviously really hasn't played this course before since he's essentially a rookie. So if you want to take that chance, you can take it. Probably not a course that favors him as much either. He was just a weird story last week, honestly, because he had a lot of bad shots too. He just kind of got lucky and made up for a lot of them too. So I think this course is just probably a little bit tougher in some regards too. in terms of like hitting greens and regulation and all that stuff too.
And there's going to be, so what it's going to be too is there's supposed to be a little bit of rain, I think, the first day or the second day, and then it should dry out. But the grass is way different, you know. In the fairway, it's going to sit up, but like in the rough, it's hard to hit out of.
Yeah.
Grass.
Then we got Witham Clark at 1.4, a guy that's made the cut a decent amount here. He's finished top 10s once before. He's starting to play a little bit better. I think he missed the cut last week though. But then obviously we got Doug Gim at 1.45, who makes a lot of cuts, but he's probably not going to get you top 10 or anything like that. But it's high multiplier, so if you want to go with the high multiplier, you can look at him.
Clark might be a good play.
Witham Clark, let's see. So he got top 10 last year. So last year, the top 10 was Max Homa. What?
You finished at number 8.
Yeah. So last year it was Max Homa, Tony Finau. Sam Burns punted like the last day, but Sam Burns at 1.05. I'm not super interested in him. Cam Smith, John Rahm, Victor Hovland, who's just been terrible lately. And like all these courses that he has really good course history too. He's just been playing really bad. Matt Fitzpatrick, Molinari, which I don't even think he's playing this year. Witham Clark, Matt Jones, and Dustin Johnson was kind of the top 2 last year. Then the year before that, we had Adam Scott, Sun Hoon Kang, who I don't even know who that is, Scott Brown, Matt Kuchar, Hideki was there, Bryson was there. Obviously, Bryson's not playing right now. Then Max Homa, Joe Dahlman. Joe Dahlman is somebody that's playing this week. Another guy that has really good course history here is Rory McIlroy, but he hasn't quite been the same player in a long time. So
yep.
He has had some good, like last year he had a couple good events too. So like, I wouldn't be surprised if he comes out and kills it, but there's like a lot of risk with it too. Then there's Ches Reavie, Dustin Johnson, Taylor Gooch. 2019, we had JB Holmes ended up winning it. Then Justin Thomas got second, Siwoo Kim, Mark Leishman. That was the year that Mark Leishman did really well. Rory McIlroy after that, Charles Howell, Adam Scott, Hideki. Carlos Ortiz snuck up in there. He's kind of somebody that might be a little bit sneaky too. I just wish his multiplier was a little bit higher. Obviously, he had the hole-in-one last week, so played all right last week. If he kind of brings it around in this event, maybe he does as well again. Dustin Johnson, Kelly Kraft, John Rahm, and then Vaughn Taylor. And then going all the way back to 2018, we had Bubba Watson as the winner. Kevin Na got second. Then Tony Finau. See, Tony Finau has done well here. It's just he can't win anything.
That's true.
So like. And then Scott Stallings was up there too that year. He's a guy that played really well last week, and I think he's got a decent multiplier, but I wish it was a little bit higher still. Then Patrick Cantley, obviously, Adam Hadwin, Phil Mickelson, Cameron Smith, Jordan Spieth, Xander Schauffele. There was the Martin Laird year, and then Ryan Moore and Justin Thomas. So that was back in 2018. So those are the last 4 years, kind of the guys that tied it within the top 10 at least.
I love golf, Ronald.
What?
Ronald says, I just can't get into golf. I know adult men love it. I love it. It's the one place in the world that you can legally drink and drive. Both ways. The driver and with the cart. So here's my kind of lineup.
Hold on. Christian Wood's out tonight for the Rockets, so Sengun looks all right. John Morant's playing. And Anthony Edwards is playing. Well, poop.
So we got to take out
Tyus Jones.
Everywhere.
Yep. I can't believe Anthony Edwards is actually playing tonight. I mean, you're probably not going to play Vanderbilt then.
We didn't play him.
Christian Wood and Kevin Porter are both out tonight.
All right, so what I kind of did was I went with Rahm's, dude. It doesn't matter, dude. With how bad his putting was last week, he still got 10th place.
Was it 10th? I think he might have been just outside 10th.
Doesn't matter. It's still really good. Doesn't even have to try.
Cantley is just, God, it's so hard to not play Cantley right now. The last 10 events he's gotten. So the last 10 events he's played, he's gotten like top 10 in 9 of them, and he's won 3 of them. And he probably should have won last week, but he blew it. Like he's going to be the number. He should be the Cantley's probably going to be the number one golfer in the world sooner rather than later. I don't know how far.
Oh no, he should be for sure. So I might take Molinari out and just put Cantley.
I don't know how far he is behind Rahm at this point, but he's going to be ahead of him sooner rather than later, though.
Yeah, we'll put him in there. I think this is pretty safe. I mean, I like Hadwin. He's done pretty well.
He pissed me off last week. I played him in one of the single day ones, and he shot like 3 over that day. Otherwise, I'd probably get first place in that contest. Like if I have anyone else that does like even.
This is kind of though when he starts turning the juice on.
Maybe he had a really good day the one day last week, and then there's just the one day he shot 3 over, and that's when I had him in my single day lineup. I'm like, why, man? Why you gotta do this to me? Okay. So.
Why are you doing this to me? Willie Zalatoris, man, he's my dude. That's Adam Sandler's caddy.
It's just so hard to play him at. It's hard to play him at places he's never done well at.
That's all right. He's only the last time he played here, he was young as hell. 2015.
He hadn't played since then. He didn't get invited since then. He probably did so bad he didn't get invited back.
Yeah, he started playing really good last year. Yeah, I mean, I like this line. I think this is the line I'm going with. The Gooch for sure. And then Fitzpatrick's been doing so hot lately, dude. And he plays on tougher course conditions. You know, this is supposed to be the hardest condition that's been set up since it's been going.
Yep.
So, I mean, that's kind of what I'm doing.
Yep.
I mean, I like Morikawa. I mean, I heard earlier you could get crazy and go back to Scheffler just because he's been playing good.
So typically guys that go in the playoff the week before don't do well the next week because it's just like they had all that.
He's done well here before.
It's just hard. I don't know. He had one really good day like last week. He had a day where he shot like 9 under.
Nothing. I mean, Bazudenhout could be another guy because he's really good at the short game here.
So he's a really safe play. He has no top 10 finishes this year, so that's kind of like his upside's really capped.
He had that one day though where he had like what fucking 7 under.
Yeah, he's a guy that should do pretty well here, but it's just like if he doesn't get top 10, then he kind of I don't know. It just depends what you're chasing. Are you chasing a bunch of upside or are you chasing a safe play? If you're chasing a safe play, he's fine. But if you need some upside,
So Ronald says I grew up near a bunch of gold courses too. They had a U.S. Open like 15 minutes away where I lived a few years back, and my girlfriend at the time worked it. But I don't know. I just get into it. What? It's so much fun. I went to the 3M Open when I was here in Minnesota. That shit was so much fun. That's the one that Matt Wolf won.
Back when he remembered how to golf.
Yeah, it was hitch swing. I mean, it's a lot of fun. Can't win if you don't play. So true. So true. Yep. Well, shit. We can get out of here. I mean,
yeah.
I guess, hold on. Let me save this. We'll change the Titus Jones real quick.
Yeah, you can switch to like anybody at this point, pretty much.
Log out. And if y'all didn't notice, I play all my cash. I won a bunch of money on my girl's account, so I always play random shit on her account, and it hits really fucking well.
Mm-hmm.
I almost won. Yeah, on her account, I almost won Pro Bowl tickets.
Yep.
3rd place, and you're what, 7th place?
Yeah.
Fuck. I don't know if they want you. You had to get vaccinated to go though, so I don't think I'd have done that.
Oh.
Don't think I would.
I gotta change this all up.
Let's see, live.
We'll do it live.
Where are you? There's one right there. Wonder what's for dinner. What's for dinner? Oh, let's put shit, Buddy Healed in this one.
Okay. I just updated my core for my thing too.
Oh, did he already start?
What? Oh yeah.
Damn it.
So you need guards, right? So let's see. You could look at, I don't know.
Fox, Gary. What about Gary Trent? No, because
you can play Gary Trent. Yeah, you can play Gary Trent. You can play Gary Trent. You can play Kobe White. You can play.
you got Siakam in this lineup.
It doesn't matter. They can do well together.
All right, let's do that. We'll fix that. What else we gotta fix? Where's the other one? A little goofy ass looking dude.
Who?
Tyus.
Yeah.
Who did he play for again?
When?
College.
Duke.
Yeah. This was let's see. This one looks like it was kind of crazy.
Which one?
This lineup got Sengun in there.
Oh yeah, so that's the Sengun one. If you got Sengun in there, play Jalen Green. 1.55 for the Rockets. Kevin Porter's not playing either. Dennis Schroeder hasn't been ruled out yet. Who are we changing, Dave? We're changing Tyus Jones because Ja Morant's playing tonight. Don't even have to don't pay attention to anything you see there because Kevin Porter's not playing.
No, that's fine. I was just looking. He had a point. He had a game, or he had a 1.3, or he had a 3-point game. So
he's had a 40-point game, but
what else? Anything else we gotta change?
I don't know. I guess I'd look at mine still.
I think we're good.
Yeah. What else? Because we didn't have. Oh, I mean, Ja Morant's playing, so like you could probably get off of some of the Jaren. How many Jaren Jacksons do you have?
I don't know.
Because maybe you want to get off a little bit of them, but that'd be like one thing. Ooh, and if you want to get off Vanderbilt, you can get off Vanderbilt with Anthony Edwards playing too.
Don't have Vanderbilt in here.
No, like in any of your lineups.
I don't think we put him in any.
I think you put him in one.
I thought we put somebody else in there. We did.
Maybe. Yeah. So Ronald says he's peacing out now. So have a good night, Ronald.
Later, brother. Appreciate you being here all the time, dude. It's really awesome.
Yep. So I'm looking at where I'm at now. Do I have any more Tyus Jones? Hey, my crazy lineup's already doing well.
I like doing crazy. We'll just put Justice Winslow in here, I guess.
Yeah. He's a fine play. Ooh. I might take Chris Paul out of this lineup just because the Rockets aren't playing real people tonight.
Yeah, I don't think we played Vanderbilt.
I thought he was in one. I could be wrong, though.
No, we played someone else instead of him.
Fine, I'll put no. I don't want no Desmond Bain. Never mind. Ja Morant's playing. I was like, fine, I'll play one Desmond Bain. Wait, never mind.
Avdija, that's who we played.
Who? Advia?
Yeah, Advia.
Denny. That's my dude. Kuzma's sucking. Oh wait, it's only 4 minutes in the game. Never mind.
Screw Kuzma.
I'm being like you now. Kuzma's sucking. I can't believe it. 3.5 minutes into the game. Chill out.
I hate you, Kuzma.
Yeah, I think mine's okay now. I still got 2 Jaren Jacksons, but oh well.
What,
crap.
Smith? Already got turnover.
Yeah, it's early.
All right.
Let me see. Let me see if we get any other starting lineups real quick, because I know we got a bunch of 8 o'clock games and 7 o'clock game our times. Come on, load your page. So Kings are starting De'Aaron Fox, Justin Holiday, Harrison Barnes, Mo Harkless, DeMontis Sabonis, so the same there. The Bulls are starting Desomu, Kobe White, Javonte Green, DeMar DeRozan, Nikolai Vucevic. Why is Harkless still starting? He's terrible. I already did the Raptors. The Timberwolves are starting Patrick Beverley, D'Angelo Russell, Anthony Edwards, Jared Vanderbilt, and Karl-Anthony Towns. And we already did the Thunder. The Spurs, the Trailblazers, and the Memphis Grizzlies are taking their sweet time. So the Grizzlies should just be Ja Morant, Desmond Bane, Zaire Williams, Jaren Jackson, Steven Adams, and the Trailblazers should be Anthony Simon, CJ Elleby, Josh Hart, Justice Winslow, and Joseph Nurkic, and the Spurs should be DeJounte Murray, Devin Vassell, Doug McDermott, and Keldon Johnson. So at least for us not knowing which ones those are pretty standard lineups anyways. So be shocked if there's a major surprise.
I got Josh Hart in one of my lineups.
Yeah. It's just like
point
does well
chasing,
sometimes.
probably. He did well last night on the 14th, nights ago.
He's just kind of that guy that always gets you like 31 points at like 1.5. You're just like, he gets you to 47 most of the time, but sometimes he gets you more. So it's like, just depends on the day. It's just I don't know. It's kind of weird with him now because being on Portland, because he's a guy that's a good rebounder for a guard or small forward or whatever the heck you want to call him. He's kind of positionless guy anyways, but you already got Nurkic that grabs a bunch of boards, and then Winslow grabs a decent amount of rebounds too. So it's just like he's not as good as he was on the Pelicans just because he's not going to get quite as many rebounds. Vanderbilt or Mitchell Robinson? Well, Mitchell Robinson already started, so pretty sure he already started. If he didn't start,
started, and I have him in a lineup too, and he's not doing bad. He's already got a block.
I'd rather have him than Vanderbilt, but if I have Vanderbilt, I'm probably switching off to somebody else anyways. Because I don't want to play Vanderbilt with Anthony Edwards playing, because McDaniels is going to split minutes with Vanderbilt now, and just doesn't end up pretty when that happens.
Yeah, like Robinson with the multiplier, dude. He's got one block. He's already at 4.65.
Yep.
One block.
And he does that sometimes.
Yeah, I want him to do it all night. I switched out Hart for Giddey, so he'd probably better play. So let's get the hell out of here. I'm hungry. Tell them where to find you at.
Oh, I was just reading my message there. So you can find me on Twitter at Coach Craig Sport. You can find me on YouTube at Coach Craig Sports. You can find me on patreon.com/Coach Craig Sports. You can find me on SportsMe, Stacks app, whatever you want to call it, at Coach Craig Sports. So it's a lot going on. Big slate tonight. Hopefully it goes well for everybody. This is kind of a crazy one. We'll see what ends up happening.
Yeah, good luck to everyone in hockey tonight. Good luck to everyone on golf tomorrow. Make sure you guys get your golf lineups in for sure, because you're gonna want to wake up and be like, oh shit, I forgot to get it in. It's starting tomorrow at what, 9?
Yeah, well, it's 8:40. 8:40 our time is when the thing locks.
So that's Central Time, if anyone needed to know. And everyone wish my man's here a happy birthday before you leave. It's just another day though, right? We're old as fuck.
Pretty much. I'm not as old as Al Horford.
Yeah, that's true. I'm almost as old as him. I turned 35 this year.
Well, you're behind him at least.
Yeah, in June as well. So he's probably like a year exactly apart. Anyways, you can find me on Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, anywhere you can think of. Probably JC Money Design. We're trying to get this league filled. We need to get it filled by this weekend. So we got 5 spots left. I'm trying to get Ronald in. Get him in there. It'll be fine. But if anybody wants in, hit me up in Twitter. Hit up Greg on Twitter. Make sure you guys follow Craig on YouTube because he's got some killer ass stuff that he puts out in the morning, anywhere from the morning to the afternoon time. But yeah, it's great if you're playing FanDuel, if you're playing, DraftKings. And he also gets prize picks out there, which is dope too. So
yep. Be on Twitter if you're looking for prize picks stuff at least.
Yeah, there you go. And make sure you guys are getting signed up on SuperDraft Pro. So much fucking fun. Damn, get that money, David. 10 cents, baby. Well, you're not making money if it wasn't free. Think about that.
Yep.
Anyways, appreciate you guys being here. We're going to be back again tomorrow. We're going to have a little break here soon as,
NBA All-Star game.
Yeah, so we'll have a little break here. Yeah, we'll talk about, maybe we'll come on for something, just bullshit. Talk about.
There's still gonna be some type of SuperDraft Pro contest going on. So
you think for the yeah, you're right. We'll figure it out. We'll make something work. It'll be fun. Appreciate y'all being here.
Probably just gonna be like a lot of hockey or something.
Yeah, well, we'll make it work. We're always here. We're always trying to have some fun, and then we can focus a little on something else if we have to. But peace out, everybody. I'm hungry as fuck. Peace.
Follow my dreams. Life ain't sweet if you know what I mean. Try to go legit and follow my dreams. Life ain't sweet if you know what I mean. Try to go legit and follow my dreams. Life ain't sweet if you know what I mean. Try to go legit and follow my dreams.